Once you accept that most people, especially other women, simply just don't want you to have it, a lot of things will become so easy in your life. So easy, so freeing. Once you deeply understand that they don't want you to have whatever it is that you want to have, that you desire. Because seeing you actually change internally to become, to embody, to become that version, the quantum, that girl, would be a direct reflection to their own bullshit. Because they might have something similar to what you have, right? They might have a job, they might have a relationship, they might have the freedom, the access, the resources, whatever it is, right? And you may also want those things, but you don't have them yet. You have them in the metaphysical, spiritual world, and you're trying to unite that and align that to your emotional and mental world to manifest it into your physical world, right? You are actively changing on all sub-levels of yourself. They have that because they either have changed and actually changed to become a new identity. But this is particularly for the people who have the things that you may say you also want energetically, resources, access, certain people around you, new energy, new vibe, right? These people have this, but they didn't actually change on any sub level. They either did this maliciously or not maliciously, but they have it. But they are so unsound in their ability to contain and hold and become the manifestation that they have a vice grip on it. They hold on to it like it's gonna run away. Like they barely caught it. It was a fluke. Luck would have it that they caught it. And they're holding on so fucking tight. And then they see you say, oh, I too also want that. And they get defensive and angry and upset. Oh, you don't want this. This is hard work. This is not for you. Oh, people who want this are shallow and stupid. And people who want this, yeah, no. I think they have bad vibes, right? They have all these projections on people who also desire those things, aka you. And then you find out days, weeks, months, years later that they have exactly what you have been desiring with an open heart. And now you're confused, right? You're confused. You said, hold on. I thought you said, right? That's what you're saying in your mind. I thought you said people who have that are bad, malicious, unkind, shallow. But you have it. And then they give you this rundown, lectured speech they doctored up in their head to make 1 + 1 = 47, right? Oh, well, mine is unique, or, I didn't really even want it to begin with, and now I've come to terms with it, or I got someone different, and it's not always like that for everyone, and well, the message still stands, and if I could do it differently, I would do it. The classic statement is, oh, I don't want people to make the same mistakes I made. Whoa. As someone who would be called a certified scaredy cat, I hear this statement said to me plenty of times. And initially you're like, oh my goodness, they're looking out for you. They want your best interests in mind. They're keeping you, queued up. They're thinking of you. And yet, the undertone is that they don't want you to have what you have and what you are saying you want to have. Because they don't think you are deserving of that. You're a threat. You are a threat without it, so you're going to be even more of a threat with it. So they're trying to make you, quote unquote, save you from a mistake, not knowing not a damn thing about you to even suggest or understand that. Who said I was going to make a mistake? Question mark. Who said I was going to do it the way you did it? Question mark. Who said I was going to hold a vice grip on something that I desire, something that I manifested? If it's for me, it's me. What's mine is mine. What's mine is mine. And there's plenty to go around. Abundance. So if you got it, I can also get it. And she can get it, and he can get it too. We can all get what we want. But the people who don't believe that everyone else can also get what they want are the people who see other people as threats because they got what they wanted, but they didn't do any deeper level alignment to become the version of themselves who can actually call in the highest level of that manifestation. They got what they wanted, but did they receive the highest form of it? Did they receive the most aligned form of it? One could say no, because they're having now an existential crisis. But on a deeper spiritual level, yes, they got what they wanted, because that's all they could actually have. They are so low dimensional, bottom thinking that they can only attract low dimensional, bottom reciprocal. Same thing, right? It's like buying a car. We all want a car, okay? We want a car. We all want to buy a car. And some people buy cars before you. But then when you tell other people, oh, I want this type of car, right? Because there's different types of cars. Like there's different types of people. Like there's different types of resources. Like there's different types of access. Like there's different types of dreams. There's different types of cars. And you say, oh, I want this type of car. Oh, I don't know. I don't think you can afford that. I think that's a little too much. Do you think that's something that you should be asking for? Trying to dummy down your desire. Trying to dummy down your desire in real time. But you look at what they're driving. You even look at the simple fact that they just recently bought a car. They have a car that they bought. But you see how they have such a vice grip that it's not a kind hold. It is a grip on reality. It's a grip on the idea that they bought a car. Oh, well, mine is different. Oh, I got mine. I didn't go to a dealership. I got mine somewhere else, or I know a friend and I didn't spend as much as I could have. And well, I got mine on a sale, and yours is not, like, all this trash, all this gutter trash. All for what? Because you are a threat with it. And you're going to be even more without it. And you're going to be even more of a threat with it. Stop dismissing people's projections on you, for you, against you. When you realize when people start talking towards you or about you or against you, they are just simply showing you parts of themselves. Peep game. They're showing you what scares them. They're showing you what lights them up. They're showing you their fears, their drawbacks, what they really want but couldn't have, what they really wanted but got instead. You are a threat. So instead of encouraging your desires or being neutral about it and not saying anything like a smart person would do, right? If you don't care for someone, you just won't say anything to them about whatever they said. But, when people are just so emotional and so selfishly derived, all they need to do is project. Just project. That's all they want to do. So every time you come into the picture, every time you say what you want, every time you do the deeper changes, every time you change and change and change again to build a new identity, go deeper and deeper and deeper and expand wider and wider and wider, they're at the surface telling you what you can and can't have. What you can and can't have. What you should and shouldn't do. How it should be done and where it should be done and who it should be done with. Because that's what you quote unquote deserve. Because that's the ceiling they placed on you. A bunch of simpletons, a bunch of haters. And the joke, this is the nastiest joke of all, we believe them. So embarrassing. We believe them. We believe the projections that someone has about themselves that they place onto us. We believe them as if it's our problem. We take that on and think and do life in review and ask ourselves, am I really worthy of that? Is that not what I've been saying? Is that too high of an estimation for myself? Is the bar really too high? Am I really over or under thinking about this? Do I need to, humble myself, touch grass? They love to tell people to touch grass. Do I need to go touch grass? And it isn't till you hear them speak about their own desires that they manifested, that they could barely manifest when they really talk about it, and you realize, oh, this is just projection. You're just upset about the type of manifestation you got. You asked for cake, you ended up with basic chocolate, basic vanilla, but what you really wanted was like a 6-layer marble with a blueberry cream center meringue. That's what you really wanted. But you got store-bought vanilla chocolate cake. You weren't specific. You weren't determined. You weren't resilient. But those are all the things that we are. We are those things. So that's why we don't fall for the lame okie doke of whatever comes our way we need to accept. No. When you hear someone say, oh, you need to take whatever comes your way because you might not get any. Like, the whole idea is fear and scarcity minded. No, you don't take the first thing that comes your way. You don't say yes to the first person who says, how are you doing? to go on a date, you don't take the first job that offers you anything. You don't do that. You don't do that. And you don't do that because it comes from a place of fear, a place of lack. But all these other people want you to do that. So they're setting a very small, short ceiling for you to reach and making you feel crazy that your ceiling, your standard, your boundaries, your expectations, your desires totally outgrow, like don't even, like they're just in a different paradigm. With what was set up for you. And you have a decision to make. Are you going to continue being blind and being led by the blind and the projected? Or are you going to open your eyes and learn how to play the game? Are you going to open your eyes and know that when someone is projecting on you, they're just showing you their flaws, aka more ammunition for later on? Are you going to open your eyes to note and see people for who they are? Scared, ungrounded, shallow, scarcity minded, and not mentally resilient. And are you going to know that nuance is still available to you? That someone can be challenging to your core beliefs and at the same time be totally just like in the wrong? Will you respect nuance? Will you allow nuance to always be in the room with you? That you can listen to someone who is in deep scarcity, someone who is fear-based. You can listen and learn and navigate the world with someone like that, giving you information, pointers, recommendations, because you see all the pictures. You're just not living in their delusional world of what you should do and what you should not do and what you can and can't have. You're not living in their world. You're not their child. Forget it. If their own children don't listen to them, why are you? Why are you listening to them if their own children don't listen to them? Because you haven't decided that you are strong enough, you are divine enough, and you are beyond worthy enough to actually set your goals on something way bigger than your wildest dreams. That if you actually reached for the moon, you might actually get the universe. People always say reach for the stars, you might land on the moon. No. Reach for the stars, you might actually get the universe, babe. You might actually get the universe. It's not going to be the first option, though. It won't be the easiest option. It won't be the option where you don't get to change. You don't get to review your core beliefs. You don't get to emotionally become competent and regulated. No. Delulu is the solution because in your delusion, you understand that you are banking on you. You're not banking on that thing even manifesting. You don't care about that. You're banking on your growth. That's the delusion. I'm going to grow. I'm going to change. We always think, oh, our manifestations are getting closer to us. No, we are moving closer to our manifestation. The more we repeat it, we say it, we change our beliefs, we change our reality, we change our minds. We are changing. The manifestation is still over yonder. It's still over there, right where it was when we said we wanted it. You are banking on you. You are your biggest investment. And every time you get closer to your manifestation, that is your return in your investment. So how are you investing in yourself? And it can't be listening to a bunch of weak links tell you what you can and can't have. People who don't even have their lives together. Why? Why? Are they happy? Usually not. 9 times out of 10, they're not happy. But they got a lot of things to tell you about how to be happy. You see how that's a joke? Unhappy people are telling you how to be happy. You see how that's a joke? You see how we play stupid games and we win even stupider prizes? Stupider prizes. What is your return on your own investment to self? Are you getting closer to your manifestation? Are you staying the same in your manifestation? Or are you getting further away? That's the only question of your entire actualization journey every time. Am I getting closer? Am I staying the same? Am I getting further away? And how does keeping certain people in your back pocket, listening to certain people speak, using certain information that you need, how is that getting you closer, keeping you the same, or keeping you away from your manifestation? And don't fall for the whole love and light stuff. We're here to play a game. We're here to play a game. And the day that you accept both light and shadow, love and light, and you also accept chaos and hatred, chaos and darkness, is the day that you actually unify yourself to become the goddess, to become Godhead. Become a threat. Become a silent threat. Become the version of yourself that you would even get chills from just walking into the room. You're like, wow, who is that? Build up your aura to literally become a threat while remaining the nice, sweet, kind, and gentle, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed person. What is your energy? What is your energy saying? One of the craziest critiques I ever received from a professional setting was that I lacked confidence. It's a crazy critique because that has been an actual positive feedback and sometimes a negative feedback of mine from previous positions and areas of my life. So when I got at this job, immediately I called bullshit on it because I was like, oh yeah, we got clowns in the room. We got clowns in the room. We got clowns in the room. And that's fine. Someone has to be the clown in the group, and someone has to be the comedic relief. So clearly, you all want to be that. But when I deeply sat with myself, right? The messenger's trash. The message, wonky. The information to back up the message, like the example used, non-existent. They couldn't even bring up an example where I lacked confidence, right? But I took that home, did all my boohoo crying, healed and spoke to my inner child, got to the root of things. And honestly, I can tell you it didn't feel any different because I was just crying the whole time, and I was journaling and meditating and just being with self, offering self to myself, being in my own presence, that nothing really, like, to me changed. Because I detached myself to say, I did all I could do. I cleared all the things I could do. Into your hands. It's on you, God. Like, it's on you, spirit team. Show me the way. Tell me why less than a week fucking later, you know the comment that kept coming up? Your confidence. Oh my gosh, your confidence. Your confidence from multiple people. Your confidence has flown. You look so confident. You own the room. You own the room. Logically, I called bullshit from when they told it to me to now. Bullshit. Emotionally, spiritually, divinely, they were helping and assisting in my ascension. They were projecting their own lack of confidence, and I decided to take the time to reevaluate my own confidence and say, am I actually confident? I could see the whole game. I'm like, okay, they're trying to make me feel small. They're trying to see me crumple and crack. Cool, we're not going to do that. But also, nuance. Are there areas of my confidence that I can strengthen, that I can enhance, that I can tweak, tighten up, level up in? Yes, of course. Of course. And I did that. I don't get confidence critiques. Because one, it was a projection. It was never real. But secondly, I decided to make it real for myself, to self-attune, self-enhance. What they thought I didn't have or couldn't have or can't attain, confidence, I decided to tighten it up, to become confidence, to level up, to change on a sub-level playing field. Now we're a threat. Because you thought I couldn't gain confidence. And that's what they're doing to you. They're throwing out projections because they themselves lack that. But they're also wanting you to come into their own victimhood mindset. And do you have nuance to ask yourself, okay, I'm calling bullshit on this. And can I tighten this up? Can I get better at this? Can I really, ask myself in a safe, independent from them and their bull caca, can I really ask myself, what's good? What's up? What's going on? So that I can actually get what I'm supposed to get out of this situation, out of this lesson, out of this game, out of this level, so I can move on to the next. Because when you realize that most people are playing for, small wins, tiny wins, most people are not playing for the cream of the crop. They're not playing professional around here. They're not playing to win the life game of soul up leveling. They're just here to, survive, make it day by day, check by check, maybe have a kid or two, people are trying to live mundane lives around here. And there's beauty in the mundane. And most people want to do that. When you realize that your desires are actually not mundane, they're actually extraordinary, unique, fully in a different level, that even they scare you and you're like, I don't know if I could do this, y'all. but you know your soul is calling out to it so vibrantly. Like, that's the only time you're ever really happy. You're really ever in your body. You ever feel powerful and aligned. Yeah. You are a threat. Because you challenge all their mundane beliefs. And you remind everyone else, especially other women that are around you. Yeah, when you were shooting for, the sky, I was shooting for the universe, and I actually got it. You were shooting for the sky, you ended up in a tree. That's all you got. And that's just in your aura, that's just in your energy, that's just in your spirit, that's just in the way you carry yourself. Even before you speak, you're a threat. That's why people don't want you to have what you want to have. Because you become a threat. And what are you threatening them? Their mundane lives and their mundane desires. Because the reality is, most people don't want mundane things. They just condition themselves to believe that's what they want instead.